Yo, 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 yo.
Oh, now you gotta have that Barry White.
I need that Barry White.
Yeah, y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the Feel Good Radio Show right here. Genesis Radio. We in the building with the most interesting DJ in the world, DJ Rudd. Woo-woo! We got my man Ugg in the building.
Yeah.
And got my baby brother, Positive
I got
K.
notes, man.
And listen, he's bugging me out because I've never seen anybody with notes.
I got notes.
I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried right now.
No. This is
I don't know if I should hit the panic button and check myself because this guy got scrolls over here, man.
Yeah.
He got
just some history.
He got the 120 right in front of him.
Listen. I don't know what he got written down, but listen.
I had to do a mathematical breakdown.
Hey,
I had to do a mathematical breakdown on this one.
That's not it. And listen, I'm not signing the police report.
No.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the feel good. That's feel good right there.
That feel good, man, you know. But man, Paz, what's good, man? Glad to have you in the building right here with us at Genesis Radio, man. It's been a long time coming.
I'm easy like Sunday morning, man. It's always just good to see my big brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we just got so much history. So seeing you was just a blessing for me, man.
Man, you know what?
I needed this too, man, because after COVID and everything, I just needed to kind of like see my family, man. You know what I'm saying? Relax myself for a minute, man. You know?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. So I'm glad you popped in on us over here and, you know, took some time out. We had a busy night last night. You rocked the house.
Oh yeah, now I'm still active. I'm still active.
Yeah,
so if you ever see a Positive K show, either rap or comedy, believe I'm active. So come out and I can guarantee you'll be entertained. Put it that way.
You gave
I
that
don't know.
work.
It's up to you if you can have a good time or not, but I'm gonna entertain you. So
You gave him that work. So you know what? We just want to give a little background. We want to talk to you a little bit about your life and career right here on Genesis Radio. So, I'm going to let my man Rudd and interview you and just get a little background. So go ahead on, jump in, man, at any moment, man.
All right, I want to start out.
I'm still scared with these notes. Yo,
check it out. Right?
I'm shaking like an old washing machine right now. I'm a little scared with it.
Positive K been in the game for 35 years. You know, that's my human. I gotta reintroduce him though. You know, before I give any, questions and all of that, I want to give y'all. A lot of people might not know this is definitely a pioneer to the game, legendary. 35 years in the game. Probably before that, but we just didn't know it. He was doing that underground work too, But the K stands for knowledge. That's something that was brought to my attention. Definitely a god, in his own right. I'm gonna start at Echo Park.
Wow.
I want to do that. I want to take it there. I need a visual. I need to understand because I got some for you. You're gonna appreciate this. You definitely gonna because I'm appreciating it.
Okay, well you came out hard. The notes are definitely paying off. The notes are paying off.
Let's start at Echo Park, man. Let's start at Echo Park.
Okay. I'm trying to give you a.
Hold on. That's Webster and Tremont. That's around there, right?
That's Webster Avenue, 1880 Valentine. It's Valentine and Webster.
Okay.
Well, Valentine ran into like Webster. They ran like adjacent, but it's like Tremont, Webster Avenue, and then it was Valentine Avenue. So it's like that little block right there.
Okay.
But right across the street was Echo Park.
So Echo Park was what?
That's in the Bronx, man. That was in the Bronx, and that's where my grandmother stayed, and she moved from South Carolina, and after my grandfather died, she never took another husband, had a boyfriend, nothing, but she wanted to live in New York City, and she lived in New York City, and she took care of her kids, So my father used to work at the world famous Dick Gidron Cadillac, where every rich black person bought a Cadillac. Yep. All right, I mean from
Mama
Jack.
Mama loved them, got their car up there.
And listen. If you had money, you went to Dick Gidron. Jackie Wilson, Muhammad Ali, Frazier, every big hustler from Bronx down, every number runner, everybody Green on Green to Skibo, who used to run numbers on 3rd Avenue. Everybody went to get drawn. My dad was one of the best mechanics and whatnot. And I remember a story my dad, he always tells me. He said, man, I've never been around a lot of stars and whatnot. He said, but me and Jackie Wilson, I was bringing his car down from, when I was fixing it, I was bringing it down. And he said, he hit the brake and a pint of liquor fell from under the seat. He said, I forgot what the name he told me it was. He was like, I think it was like a Shevis or something like that. And he said, Jackie Wilson said, man, you want a shot?
Oh, he had the Chevy's
Regal. Yeah,
Chevy's Regal.
He had a little hot pint under the seat, man. And he said, hey, man, he told my dad, he said, I'll never forget it, man. Me and Jackie Wilson, we drank a shot of liquor together. I said, wow, okay, that was dope. And I never forget meeting Muhammad Ali. He put me on his shoulders and whatnot. And we took a picture. I never been able to find that picture, but I have a picture. I definitely took a picture. I never forgot that as a kid. I took a picture with Muhammad Ali, and I was on his shoulders, and he was pushing my hand like I was boxing. So that was dope. Yeah.
Okay, what about the Fearless Four?
Well, let me do this for you. I'm gonna do this for you. Let me paint that picture of the Bronx. Of the Bronx. I didn't want. I was giving you my dad thing because hey man, all my records, what I say to my mom and my dad, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta do that, man.
Salute to that.
And that's the Bronx, man. So the Bronx is this, man. It was just imagine hot summer day, say middle of August, right?
Okay.
You running around with your friends, you eating ices. I mean, not the ices that come in the freezer with I'm talking about the and no, not to be racially disrespectful on any note, but the old Puerto Rican guy came around with the real ice block, and he shaved that thing down, man, and he gave that little
disrespectful about
that little cone,
right?
And you wanted that red or that pina colada. I was the pina colada. I wanted that pina colada. And we get those ices, man. And we would sit there, and somebody would have this big radio, like a boombox, the real old school boombox.
12 batteries.
That's right, 12 batteries, baby.
And listen,
the lights will start blinking when it get low, baby. You know what I'm saying? The lights will start blinking, right? Yeah. And you hearing this boom, but I'm hearing shit, y'all, to the beat, y'all. You don't stop, keep on. And I'm like, oh my God. What is that? What is that? And that's Hollywood. That's the Hollywood. He ain't no good. Infinity. He ain't to me and Eddie G, but can't do it either. Come on. I heard real joints, and I'm hearing rhymes, and I'm hearing Melly Mel, and I'm hearing a guy named Busy B, and there was a lot of guys like DJ Sinbad and the Flintstone Crew, and there was a whole bunch of cats that I heard at that point in time. And I was listening to this, and then next thing you know, they're doing these little parties in the park. So you seeing guys wearing bucket Kango hats back then, wearing British Walkers, plaid shorts, with dress socks. You know what I'm saying? And they had this little gold bag. They used to call them tray bags. And they used to roll this thing up that smelled so good to me. I don't know. It smelled so good to me, man. And they said that was Chiba, y'all.
Yeah.
Chiba, y'all. Yeah. And then you hear that record, that break would play in on the streets. And you hear, yeah, y'all. Hey, bro, what's happening, bro? Yeah, I got that good Chiba, y'all.
You're down.
Yeah, then you hear breaks.
You're down.
Then they had these cabs that would drive by. They used to call them OJs. And they would bump. They had crazy systems like Lincoln Town cars, and they would hear these crazy systems, and you be hearing things like Funky Penguin. Then you hear like Catch a Groove, and you heard all of those things coming together with the smells and the clothes and the fashion and the pretty women and everybody. All the girls had pretty hair. It was all their real hair. Okay, no disrespect, but it was real hair back then, and I used to look at it, man, and I was fascinated, and I just wanted to be a part of it, and it turned out to be the culture that I'm a part of right now, man. If I painted that graphically enough for you, it's okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna take you here too. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Wikipedia gave me
they're not really accurate. So,
so far, so good though. So far, so good, which is a good thing.
Now, if you Google my net worth, they right.
Yeah.
I am worth 2.6.
Wow.
I am. So.
Yes. Your original MC name was Baby Breeze.
Baby Breeze. That was from the Bronx. I was in the Bronx, and my cousin. We was gonna be the Disco Cousins.
Right.
And I was Baby Breeze.
Okay, so now we got this group thing, right? It stated that you had a show with the family, right? And the DJ accidentally played the record on the B side, and the rest of them walked off stage.
Yeah,
you stayed on the stage, and that's when you became a solo artist.
Yeah, TP knows this very well. He knows this very well. We started a group called the Almighty God Committee.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it was really dope. I mean, the concept and everything was dope. We was hot. I mean, we came out. It was done at it's a legendary club in Queens where a lot of careers were made. And Mr. Magic used to do this thing called the Mr. Magic Rap Attack.
Right.
All right. And he would have upcoming artists come in there that were hot, that was rising up, and he would pay for groups who were established to come because Mr. Magic was the DJ on WBLS, so you wanted to make Mr. Magic happy,
right.
And plus, this is Mr. Magic. This Magic, right? So we go to the joint and we said, yo, man, we gonna do this. So we worked on some routines. We did all we can do as far as routines went, and we had it down. And then we said, yo, and we were fly. I mean, we were fashionable as youths.
That's Queens fly.
So, yeah, Queen. We had. Let me give you the outfit, baby. Let me give you the outfit, baby. We was rocking straight from Delancey Street.
Okay.
I understand. Gazelles that you couldn't even find the color. All right? I had some kind of gray marble going on with something. You can't find no gray marble Gazelles. How you gonna find that? My brother True Corn had the black gold joints. Damik had these. He was a dancer that used to be in the Latin quarters, but we'll get to that later. And he had these clear joints, And I forgot the rest of the group, but everybody was leather pants, Bally's.
Okay.
Bally shoes. I'm talking about 6 minutes. Like, yo, Dog, put your Bally's on. Yeah. And we was. I mean, and we all had our little trinkets on. We had little bobbles, because we was running around.
Had to have them trinkets.
That's what it was. But we got to the show, and I reached out because my man Davey D was there, which is one of my idols, David DMX, and it was a battle between David DMX and DJ Infinity from Infinity Machine. That's when they had scratch records, at that point in time. Like, one for the treble, two for the let's rock the place. And DJ Infinity had a joint, and they were just going at it back that night. And I was really in awe that night. I was really stuck because of that. But we couldn't get on stage. So we go to the bathroom. We like, yo, I said, man, let's just get dressed, man. Let's get dressed. I said, we gonna. They kept saying, yeah. So we get to the bathroom. We putting our clothes on, and this dude walks in, and his name was Mercury, and he was Mercury from the Foursome D's. I mean, for we are the mighty Foursome D's. We came to rock the house.
I remember that.
That was that, and we grew up. TP knows that we played that to the tape pop. We knew every routine, word for word, everything. So Mercury walked in, and anybody want to talk to him. I said, Mercury, man, look, man. We want to go on stage, man. We the Almighty God Committee. And you had respect for the gods back then. So back then, you had to respect God Almighty. Right. And we said, yo, man, we the gods, man. But when we said, okay, man, he said, let me go see what I can do. So we fully dressed, suited and booted. And Mercury comes back and say, yo, you're on in 5 minutes.
Wow.
So, okay, it just got real. It just got real now, And this is probably why I still got anxiety when I go on stage. I think that's a post-traumatic stress or something. That's what it is. That's why I still got that, man. So we get ready to go on. So we hit the stage. They're getting ready to announce us. So you're ready to go. So with the DJ, his name was Shakim, right? Shakim. And we get ready to go on stage to rock. So Shakim is looking crazy, like, yo, he putting his hands up. He bought a Gemini mixer with the up and down faders.
Gemini.
Yeah, but this is the encore. This is the professional spot. They had the big knobs though. You had to do this. You had to.
Right.
I'm like, uh-oh. I said, yo, man. So I guess we got faith he gonna figure it out. Right? So he goes to the joint. He was good. I mean, he did the big scratch, how we started. We did a little dance step. Check it out. The girls was like, ah! We got leather pants on, ballets, gazelles. We got a little jewelry on. We doing it. We just did a dance step. And next thing you know, he drops the record and it goes, and we like, oh my God. And people were like,
B-side.
Ooh. All of a sudden it stopped, and I was just like, I said my little rhyme I had to say, and I just kept going.
So basically, you kept going.
My dudes, yeah, everybody broke out. Everybody broke out.
Kept going.
I kept going. And like they started going, oh. I got a little chant, and that was it. And I was gone, man. You know, but we was broken. We was broken because we was fly guys. You can't walk around the neighborhood and
There's no coming back from that.
And get the cows loose on you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the moves get on you, man. The moves is rough. Yeah. The moves will have you bed curled up for 2 weeks, man, in the fetal position. That's how it'll do you.
That's a fact.
You know, so but we made it through, man. We made it through, and I made it through, and I met some great people that took me to another level. You know.
Dope. All right, so these are some questions out. You know.
Yeah, you scaring us with that book, man.
You might as well just go off script now.
I got two more to the side.
We like LL Cool J. We in too deep now.
I'm trying to. Don't worry, he getting his sea legs.
Okay.
All right, so favorite artist of all time.
All time, just music. Period.
Favorite rapper of all time.
Oh man, I just can't. I can never narrow it down to one. I can't never narrow.
Give me your top five.
I just can't. Well, I'll go with this here, and TP will tell you our favorite one of our crew was DLB from the Fearless Four.
That's right.
DLB, yeah. Uncle Ben's in Carolina is convertible rice. DLB was our god.
Okay.
DLB was our god, but I mean, I think we really just all loved the Fearless Four. Yeah, we loved the Fearless Four. That was coming. I mean, you know, it changed. It kind of morphed for me for a minute because there was a lot of people that came up that did a lot of great things. That sold a lot of big records, and a lot of people who just had just a lot of incredible talent. You know what I'm saying? Mo D is definitely my number 3. DLB is my number 1. There was this rhyme that we all liked. It was the Dave Vet rhyme. Yeah. There's a nice little story that you'll never forget. I'm going to tell you about this girl. Her name is Yvette. I heard it, and maybe it's true. Yeah. That's Grandmaster Cass. So Grandmaster Cass was my number 2. But there's also 2A and a 2B, a 2A and a 2B, which would be Melly Mel. And you know, he said step off. And he was like, the mob, the full-time job. We know how to extort, steal, and rob. Started as a hitman working for wealth, but now I'm the boss, going for myself. I was like, yeah! Melly Mel is insanity. He was insanity. And then when I heard all this stuff and I heard him rock, it was crazy, you know. But there's a lot of people, you know, and then, you know, I got I bring it down. That was like 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. I go with I gotta go with my brother, the guy who helped me get on and really kind of paid for my, you know, introduced me to his fan base and paid for me to go on the road and all of that. And that was Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying?
You know, yo, Kane. I mean, that was my first listen. Kane was my first listen. I just recently found out Kane like really put Wu-Tang where they was at, you know.
Well, that's well.
Kind of, sort of.
It's kind of, well, you know, I mean, I think he kind of gave more of an establishment to Shaheem.
Okay.
And Shaheem came around early on, and Old Dirty came around early on,
right.
But everybody went their separate ways. But I mean, when the Wu-Tang really got a lot of traction was when Protect Your Neck got mailed out by me and my partner, Sincere Thompson.
Oh.
Yeah, we mailed out Protect Your Neck. It came through. I had a record called Night Shift that Kane produced, and it sold about 80,000 copies. and it went through the polygram system without polygram
Polygram,
knowing,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? And they wound up coming and signing me, but I was independent with that, and that's what it was. And
that was 86.
yeah, I had one of the best DJ lists out there. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, I had great relationships with all the DJs. I knew when their mother was sick. I knew when their sister was graduating. I knew when the dude's wife was acting funky or whatever. You know, I was dudes' covers when they cheated on their ladies. You know what I'm saying? So I had a relationship with DJs, you know, around the world in all 12 major markets, even in the subsidiary markets. I had relationships, so that's why I could make a phone call and get a song played.
Right.
But I seen Rakim up in I think it was Sam Ash. You know, I was buying some equipment, and he was getting some equipment, and he was like, "Yo, God." Da, 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 da. He used to be managed by a guy named Shabazz and Melquan, and they started out with a dude named. And this is it. His name was Sir Abu. And if you listen to Sir Abu and listen to Ghostface, you're gonna hear some real serious similarities. Sir Abu was probably the first guard body to spit mathematics on wax. And he said, let's walk this dog to the next hydrant, I came to get busy. And if you listen to it, you might think it was Ghostface, but it's not. It's the Sir Abu. And no disrespect to Ghostface at all.
That's
you know
deep, though. That's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my last question, basically you already answered it because I wanted to know, like, you know, getting artists signed or, you know, getting artist deals.
One more group. Outkast. I was very instrumental with the Outkast joint. First time you heard Southern Playlist of Cadillac Music.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all hearing this on Genesis.
Yeah,
Radio.
first time you heard that. First time you ever seen Outkast on national TV was on MTV Jams with Fab Five Freddy, and they came to my studio. And L.A. Reid came to me and my partner because they heard what we were doing, what I was doing with myself, and what we did with the Wu-Tang stuff. They wanted to do the same thing for Outkast. And he flew us down to the Super Bowl in ATL when they had it. When it was when they had the first Super Bowl in ATL.
Right.
And we went down there, we talked to him. He was very interested in us working with the project. So I went and I met Dre and I met Big Boy, which are great guys. And I went down there, man, and I went down to that dungeon, and they had car seats. And when they played the song, it's like, you know, you can smoke weed and drink like you riding in the car. You know, I was like, this is dope. This is crazy. I thought they was crazy with it, man. But I knew they were talented. I knew they were going to be big. Right. And in Outkast probably remains one of my favorite best groups of my top five groups. Now, next to Run DMC and Stetsasonic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hey, yo, Paz, you know what you just reminded me of?
What?
When you said about DMX, Davey, and Infinity Machine and all that. Somebody just took the idea and monopolized off it, and they doing it. It's big. That versus. Well,
it's versus. Okay, well, great.
It's just DJ versus.
Well,
that's how it was.
I totally agree. I think the whole battle mentality it always existed. You know, but somebody just put it in the commercial box, and that's good. I mean, big hand clap, big shout out to Swiss Beats and Timberland. You know, that's great.
You know what else I like that you said too, man? It was just like in your favorite artists, you name people that was known in the streets, and then they also, like Melly Mel, he could do his thing, but he also could make a good record. And we were talking about that.
Well, you know what? I call Melly Mel the king of rap, and I do it every time. Every time I see him, I see him to somebody. He said, "Man, come on, cut it out." I said, "Man, you the king of rap, man. You the king of rap." And I think Curtis Blow, which I didn't get to Curtis Blow. I think Curtis Blow was the architect. I think Curtis Blow put the design to it. You know, but all of these guys that I just named to you, no one had the blueprint to what they was doing. You know,
it was passion.
No one had it wasn't done before them. You know,
right.
And that's what I think that all artists need to do is contribute to the culture.
You know, that's great.
Like you never heard it. You never heard a song like "I Got a Man" or "I'm Not Having It" after I did it. It wasn't done until then. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
That's why I stated that you're a pioneer. So what do you think as far as what's your feeling behind where the industry is now and the artists?
I always say, I tell in every interview I say the same thing. It's a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways. I think the producers right now are incredible. I think producers. When we came up, man, we just had 2 turntables and a microphone.
2 turntables and a mic.
And
you heard it.
And you might have,
heard that.
And somebody might have had a drunk uncle that could play the bass. You know, somebody had an uncle that played the bass, and that's all we had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now you got these young guys, man, like my little nephew Terrell. You know, he engineers. These guys can mix songs. They play 2, 3 instruments.
Record themselves.
They record themselves. They run radio stations. You know, these guys are multi-talented now. So, I mean, it just shows the growth and how things have changed. But I just think, here's the other side where I think the flip side of the coin is, I just don't like the creativity and the conceptualism of songs these days. I think everybody's just selling out for the easy dollar. You know, everything is just like a piggyback and cookie cutter and all of that. And I just like the ingenuity of like, you don't sound like me. I wish that these new rappers, if Drake would say, yo, you can't sound like me. And Soulja Boy said, well, you can't sound like me. And Kendrick Lamar, you ain't gonna sound like me, J. Cole. You know, and big respect to J. Cole, I really like him a lot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you can't sound like me, man. You know, you kids can't come and rock me and do me and tell me you better than me. Because without me, you couldn't do this. It doesn't make sense to me. That's how I just don't. I can't fathom.
So the comedy thing. I mean, you had me going all day.
Well, listen, you're gonna laugh when you're around Positive K. Listen, I don't, you know, anybody who known me from the come up, I was a snap guy. I'm the guy that snapped on you that you wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, let's go outside. Look, you really didn't want to do that either. Yeah, you want to do that either. So you better take these jokes and hold that, because you didn't want to do that. And then my squad was ready, like, okay, he ain't gonna lose. We ain't gonna let him lose. So if you do get it, we gonna get you anyway. So that's what it was, man. So, but yeah, we used to snap a lot, like with Big Daddy Kane and Jay-Z and us on the bus. We used to battle rhymes. We used to snap. I mean, we did it. When you on a tour bus and you on the road for about 30 days, you got to find ways to entertain yourself.
Yeah, they also told me that you used to battle rap.
Well, let me tell you how Kane would go. Kane was bored. He needed something to do. Kane needed something to do. So Kane would go and say, hey, yo, Jay, Pops don't respect your skills, man. You know, I don't think he really like you anyway. You know. And then he'll come back to me and say, yo, man, Jay say, yo, man, you just hot because, you know, you made records. You got records. He ain't got no records. And I said, what? So next thing you know, we have a conversation like, what you say? What? There we go. We going. You know what I'm saying? And we rapping for the next 3 hours. Right. Going to Chattanooga, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how it went. And then came and put us in the hotel room together. So, you know what I mean? From majority of Kane taking us on the road, Jay-Z would be in this bed, and I'd be on this bed over here sitting like this, and we'd be mad as hell at each other, you know. But it was so crazy because we would never change our clothes, and this is no disrespect to the LTGB community, but we never knew who the gay rapper was, so nobody wanted to take their clothes. Everybody was like, man, you ain't gonna see me walking around in my drawers, man. Right. You know, and that's what it was, man. But me and Jay was very cool. I was one of the people that introduced him to Def Jam. And matter of fact, me, Jay, and Dame Dash shook hands on the co-venture deal. And here's the funniest thing, TP gonna laugh at this. I bought this BMW, and it was a '93 and '92. Car didn't even come out yet. Yeah, didn't come out yet. So I got the car. I had the car maybe 2 days. So I go meet Jay and Dame, right, in Brooklyn, and they were like, "Yo, we got people outside." They had people outside like it was a compound. The dudes was surrounding the block. I was like, they said, yo, man, come on in. No, just leave your car, man. I said, I'm going to leave it running. So I left it running, right? Now, I didn't know. It was a 530 93, I think it was. It was a white on white joint, and the car locked. Bang! I'm like, oh, shit.
The keys in the car.
The keys in the car, car's running. So I'm sitting there talking to Dame and Jay. We solidified our situation, and we was done. We shook hands, and we were going to do a joint venture deal through my creative control label. That's what we was going to do. And I said, yo, man, car running. I said, Dame, Jay, flatbed me to my house, man. It's the address. Just have them drop it off on the block. So they flatbedded the car. The car ran out of gas. But they got it to the crib, and they flatbedded to the crib. I think I found the car about 2 days later. I said, oh, there you go, right there on the street. I didn't even care about it. A 93 and 92, I didn't even care about the car.
Right.
That's how it was rolling. And Jay called me maybe about 2 weeks later, and he was like, "Yo, man, Clark Kent just got the job at Atlantic Records, and he's gonna be the A&R, man. Yo, man, good looking. Yo, man, we're gonna roll with that." I said, "Man, we made a promise to each other. If I got on, I was gonna come get you. If you got on, you was gonna come get me." And that's what we did. And I came and I got him. And that's what it was.
Dope.
Still waiting for that call though, Jay.
Yo, Clark Kent was the man. He actually he the first person to let me hear Dr. Flash. I went in his office one day.
Clark has a good ear. Clark had a very good ear, and he had a mean snicker gang.
He was like, "Bro, he said this is different though." And they was like, da 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 da. I said, "That hook, it's not even a real hook." He said, "But this different though. This is this shit."
Nah, Clark had a real ear.
And they popped off. But one thing I want to say, I think the grind is different now. Like, I lived in Brooklyn. I used to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. I had no money. I used to walk to J&R Music World and spend my last money on 2 albums that just came out. And now, if I wanted that real saxophone from the M1, I had to have an M1. It wasn't all this plug-in stuff we doing now. I'm not saying the grind is easier, but you don't have to be in a big studio no more to get decent.
The blood and the sweat.
It's a different grind.
Yeah.
It's not that it's easier. It's just different.
Well, that's what I tell people, and this is what I tell everybody. I'm gonna end on this note. I'm gonna tell you this. I always tell people this: be passionate about your passion.
Be passionate. Yo, you know what?
That's a positive K quote now.
You know, my mother called me a couple of months back, man, and she said that to me. I told her I couldn't.
Well, that's me and your mother's quote now.
It's just
where was you 1992?
It's just a confirmation, man. It's just a confirmation.
Look at me again.
It's just a confirmation. No.
All right, meet me outside.
No, I don't want to do that.
But listen, yeah, you way too cut up anyway.
One more thing.
Gotcha.
So when I was doing this research, I had somebody do this research for me. This is not actually me that did this.
Okay.
And they said, hey, yo, because they like scandal and controversy, man.
Yep.
And it was like, I can't find anything controversial about this guy. I said, man, his name is Positive K, Positive Knowledge, man. And I mean, I've been in here with you for the day, basically, man. It's my first interview. I want to thank you for that. Thank you.
I'm the first. Okay, great. Oh, wow.
Definitely a positive knowledge.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
This wisdom, though.
That's heavy. That's heavy. Well, when the guards get together, man, we always build in Detroit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. True indeed. But I don't know, y'all. It's feel good radio.
Listen, what I told you, the first lesson I gave him was you don't want to be at the meeting. I said you want to be at the meeting before the meeting or the meeting after the meeting. The meeting, the decision was already made on the golf course or whatever. The meeting is just a formality. This is just a formality. Just to have access to greatness. Like Paz K, that's the real nugget in this whole thing. You know what I mean? Like we gonna know what we know, and we gonna take that to the grave with us, and that's it.
Y'all. Let me tell you something. I just want to say thank you. You guys said a lot of nice things about me. Just let me know how much I owe y'all so I can pay you.
We'll work for food.
Said some nice things. I don't know what my tab is, but you said some great things about me, and I really appreciate it. You know.
Those good pollo. Tostones with heavy garlic.
Yeah, man. Be passionate about your passionate, man. Be passionate. Work hard, man. Work hard. And if you're gonna do it tired. You gotta do it. You gotta do a lot of things. Just do it tired, baby. Listen, I've been on the road all week long. I do comedy. I do my rap shows. I'm here, man, and I'm going through material in my mind. I got a show next Saturday in Myrtle Beach, and I'm just trying to figure out, I still get nervous. I get on stage right now and I do the thing, and I'm passionate about it. I'm so passionate about it, it makes me that nervous. My mind goes blank. I get on stage and I'm like, I don't even know my first word. And this is 30 years later. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody says it's not about the achievements. I agree. It's the journey, man. It's always the journey. It's always the journey. So I tell everybody, be passionate about your passion. If you're gonna do it, and your plate is full, do it tired. Do it tired, because ain't nobody gonna do it for you.
Now do me a favor, because You let your man get away.
He definitely is getting away.
He over there in the eating all the tostones. He eating all the.
He ain't getting away. He's getting. He's getting it on.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, man.
Eat on, man.
Come on, man. I know you got some value to add to this situation, man. Come on, man. Turn that mic on, man.
My mic on. That's my little brother, man. I know all that already.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
We want the world to know the little nuggets.
I was there.
All right, so that's another show.
That's a movie. It's a movie.
Yeah, that's a movie.
That's a movie.
Yeah, man.
And listen, and the names and faces will be changed to protect the innocent.
There you go.
That's right, man.
Well, listen, man, I'm going to say thank you on behalf of Genesis Radio and the Feel Good Show. You know, one of our mottos is get right or get left.
That's right.
That's what we do. You got to get right or you're going to get left. And that's it. And I appreciate your wisdom, man. I appreciate you as an artist. Listen, man, you the real deal, man.
There it is. And
Positive K.
This is Positive K on Genesis Radio, baby. And remember this, legends of the era always stick together. Ow!
Yeah, legends of the era
Love you, man.
always stick together.
Wow. On that note, we're going to say peace, man, until the next segment.
Hey, man, like I said, man, we ain't unsung, baby. We still writing. We still singing.
There you go.
There it is.
Salute.
That was good stuff,
Peace.
dude.
Shit. Appreciate you.
First interview.
Sweet and to the point.
All right.
Short and sweet
We
to
just
the
need to
point.
get something to drink, and then we just get a couple drops, and we good.
Now we the Tito's. Right.
Get a couple drops, and we good.
Yes, sir.
What you know about Echo Park, man?
I don't know nothing about Echo Park. I'm just I don't know.
Hey, yo, you fucked me up with that one.
I had to though. I had to, you know. I got some help on that, man. Hope I did a good job. Appreciate it. Hope I did a good job. I can't wait to see the run back on that. And I had a couple people watching.
Like Tony right here, baby. Hey, yo, my man. Yo,
Yo.
it's crazy. Echo Park. It's crazy. I like it. It was good there, man. You don't tell Tony this is crazy.
Yeah, they are, man.
I told you. I told you. How much you spent?
$89. So, yeah.
Let me send you a buck. Take care of it. I'm gonna send you a buck. That's my driving uniform, man. Tell her she come on and eat, man. She wants some food. We got more than enough.
Pizza's good, man.
That's a mean pizza. I ain't gonna front. That ain't no real New York drum, but they made that with love, though. Oh, that's my joint. Waiting for. Oh, that's that bullshit. For my baby.
It's been so very long.
So I said, thank you, man, for running around for us, man.
She left.
Yeah, she ran out.
We ain't no go.
That shit sound good.
That joint sound real good.
That sounds like some Genesis Radio music.